Today I'm going to show you some tips and tricks for the HomePod. Whether you've got the original HomePod, HomePod second generation, or HomePod mini, these tips and tricks are perfect for you. Let's get started. One cool thing about the HomePod mini is it glows when it's on. So you just tap to play and you can see the light comes on. You can tap to pause. It's got volume controls on the top. On the left side, you've got the volume down, and on the right side, you've got the volume up. You can triple tap to go to the previous song, and then you can double tap to go to the next song. So the touch controls are very simple, easy to use on the HomePod Mini, HomePod, and HomePod second generation. After you set up your HomePod, you can access all of the settings in the Home app. It'll list your HomePod under the room that it's in. The room here is named Marvel, and I can see that I have my HomeKit lights and then the HomePod stereo pair. I'll go ahead and tap on that, and I can start playing some music. I can scroll down and then see all of the settings. Also, they have a timer option. We can see I've got a timer that goes off in 3, 2, 1. Hey, stop. So that's what it looks like for timers to go off on the HomePod. I have an alarm set for every day at 6:45 a.m. and then I can continue scrolling down and see all the settings. So it's in the Marvel room. If I want to change the room, I can just tap on it and switch. I can move it to the office. And then it asks, because this is a home theater set up with my Apple TV, it's asking, is the Apple TV gonna move along with it? I'm just gonna say move this HomePod because I actually don't want to move it to the office. We're just going to keep it right in Marvel itself and select move this HomePod. But if you're moving the entire setup, you can say move to all, and that way the Apple TV comes along with it. Here's an example of HDMI ARC, audio return channel. The audio from the Xbox is currently coming out of the HomePod. So you can see that the lights are currently on. If you look at the top of the left and right HomePod, the lights are buzzing, and that means that the audio is coming out of them. And I can play my Xbox and the audio will come right out of it. And I can also use the TV remote here to adjust the volume. So I just say volume down, and you can see in the right side there, the volume icon comes up and the volume is lowered. I can increase the volume by pressing the volume up, and you can see the volume of the HomePods is changed using the TV remote. So this is a demo of HDMI ARC. Once you have this set up, you can use your audio on the HomePods for every HDMI device you have plugged up to your TV. Your TV does need to support ARC, so you'll need to look at the back of your TV and see if ARC is enabled on it. But if it is, you can have this feature set up in your Apple TV settings. So that's a quick demo of HDMI ARC. I've got the 2K game playing on the Xbox, and it's delivering the audio right through the HomePod, the left and the right stereo pair. So it sounds great, and I love how awesome this is. In order to set up the audio return channel, you'll have to go into the settings and enable it. So we'll go ahead and turn it on, and it says setting up audio return channel. You'll see a black screen for several seconds before it switches back automatically. Let's go ahead and hit OK, and it will work its magic. The black screen appears, and it turns on the audio return channel just like that. Connect it using ARC, which stands for Audio Return Channel. Now the Apple TV will play audio from your television using the ARC, just like that. So it's really neat. We'll press OK, and now we've got ARC enabled. So Siri is great when you ask it to remind you things. It puts it in the Reminders app and a notification pops up right on your phone, and it's really handy. Hey Siri, create a reminder for me to stargaze tonight at 9 p.m.
Okay, Justin. I added stargaze for this evening at 9 p.m.
Today's sponsor is the incredibly fun Celestron StarSense Explorer Telescope, which you can use to stargaze while learning more about the objects you're seeing. Start off by placing your phone in the telescope's StarSense dock and downloading the StarSense Explorer app, which will then walk you through how to center and align the camera. Once you center your phone over the dock's mirror, select an object in the distance, such as a tree or stop sign, to align the phone camera and telescope. After your phone is aligned, you'll get a full 360-degree view of the sky with full labels of all the stars, planets, and tons of other celestial objects. Celestron uses your location information and your camera's image of the night sky to match the star patterns with its internal database. providing you with details about every constellation and structure you see. The app will even offer detailed information about the objects, such as their distance to Earth and history of discovery, which you can either read or listen to with the audio button. You'll also get observing tips such as the best time of night to view a particular object. Whether you're new to stargazing or a seasoned expert, the Celestron Star Sense Explorer app has something for everyone and is bound to make watching the night sky and learning about space so much more fun. Be sure to purchase your very own Celestron telescope and download the Star Sense Explorer app today using the link below. Enjoy! We can see the speakers are two. We've got one on the left and one on the right, and they're named respectively. I can tap in and see the individual settings of each of the speakers. So if you have more than one HomePod, you can see the serial number, the Wi-Fi network, the version number, based off all of the details there at the bottom. And we can go back to the main setting because this is a stereo pair. It groups them together. We can click on the audio settings. If we want to switch the left and the right HomePod, we can do that right here in the settings just by tapping this button. And then you can also tap on it, and you'll see in the background it will light up. You can see that. You can tap on the right one, and it lights up there in the background. You see it glowing, and it makes that audio noise, so you can confirm and double check to see which one's set for the left side and the left audio channel and which one's set for the right channel or the right side channel. So you can swap this if it's incorrect. We can see what other settings we have. We can already see that it's added to the home view, so I see it within the home app. And then we've also got included favorites, and it appears that favorites will appear in their own section. Then we can scroll down to automations. A really cool thing that I love having this set up with Apple TV is I can say, hey, turn on the TV. And just like that, it'll send a signal to the Apple TV and turn on the Apple TV. And we saw it turn off in the background, but now it's back on. And I used my voice to turn the Apple TV back on. So we can continue diving into the settings here now that the TV's back on. We see they have automations here. When the last person leaves home, pause media. I can also add different automations. This is really neat. It tracks everyone that's in your home and it knows their location. So if everyone decides to leave and forgets to pause the HomePod, it'll automatically pause the media. That way it's not wasting energy while no one's in the house. We've got suggested scenes. We can check those out. These are HomeKit actions. So if I want to turn off all the lights, I can say sleepy time to the HomePod or tiny off. We can scroll down here and see status and notifications. It's included in the home summaries. When enabled, this accessory will be added to your home and category summaries on the HomeKit app. And then it comes down to music and podcasts, the primary user. I can see other people on the home. And it's really neat that it has a HomePod Apple Music account right here. That way it automatically recognizes your voice and who is playing the music if you have Apple Music, and then assorts that song to that person. If it doesn't recognize the person that's in your home, it'll play from the HomePod account under Apple Music. So this is HomePod. It's very connected with Apple Music. We'll talk more about that. Next up is an option to reduce the bass. That way, if you don't want to hear the pounding of the music, you can do that. And then we've got options for Siri. So it listens for the command. You can touch and hold for Siri. You can light when using Siri and sound when using Siri. So you can turn these options off if you do not want them on. We've got the language set, and then we got Siri voice. Another cool thing is that you can change the voice. So I can come here and say, let's make it British. Here, I'm gonna disconnect my Bluetooth headset and go to iPhone and demo this for you. So if you switch another voice, you'll be able to hear it.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
So you can...
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use. Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
So quick demo there of all the Siri voices. And it's really cool that you can change the voice and make it, stylize it to make it perfect for the one that you want. We can go back and see what other settings are here. So we've got personal requests. We're going to demo personal requests, but this allows you to ask things that are personal. So HomePod can recognize your voice to personalize requests for music. Turning on personal requests also allows you to send messages, make calls, create reminders, and more when the iPhone is nearby. You can change the device used for personal requests in iCloud settings. So right now I have my phone set up as the personal request device, and we'll demo some of those features in this video. You can look at the Siri history and delete it. So if you want to delete all the actions that you had with Siri, you can do that from Apple's servers. And then intercom is a feature that allows you to make announcements. So we can say, to the other Siri, the other HomePod in the other rooms. Intercom allows you to talk to other HomePods that are in the house. So you can see I have multiple HomePods in the house. I can activate an intercom command in one room and send that message to the other room. And I have that enabled right now on both of the HomePods. I wonder if we can demo that. Let's see if I... Demo of HomePod intercom right now. Demo of HomePod intercom right now. So just like that, I sent a message from my phone to all of the HomePods, and you can also activate Siri to do this. We can go back into the HomePod settings and scroll back down and see what else we have. So we've got some accessibility options. We can turn on voiceover, we can turn on touch accommodations, and automatically adjust the Siri volume. And at the very bottom here, we have restart HomePod options or ungroup accessories if we no longer want them to be a stereo pair. Let's try out some personal requests. Use Siri on HomePod to access your messages, calendar events, and more when iPhone is nearby and your voice is recognized. So let's try this out. Hey Siri, what's on my calendar for tomorrow?
Tomorrow, you have 2 events. From 11 a.m. to noon, you have doctor's appointment, and from noon to 1 p.m., you have lunch.
And just like that, Siri tapped into my calendar on my iPhone and read the 2 appointments that I have tomorrow morning. And it was able to do that with such ease because I've automatically enabled my calendar within the account settings on my phone, and Siri just read right into that. So that's awesome. Hey Siri, am I free this Saturday?
There's nothing scheduled on Saturday.
And just like that, she looked at my calendar and saw that I have nothing scheduled on Saturday. Hey Siri, read my latest message from Ross.
Okay, Justin, you have recent messages from Ross. Ross said, "What do you want to do over the weekend? Would you like to reply?"
Yes.
What do you want to say to Ross?
How about we check out the lake?
It says, "How about we check out the lake?" Send it?
Yes.
Done.
And just like that, I've used Siri on my HomePod to read the latest message from Ross and then respond to it using my voice. So there's some powerful personal actions that you can do right here on your HomePod. Hey Siri, check my messages.
Okay, Justin, you have no new messages.
And just like that, Siri was able to read the messages on my phone and determine that I didn't have any new messages available to read and let me know. If you have any unread messages, Siri will happily read them. Just say, read my unread messages. Siri on HomePod is great for HomeKit. Check this out. Hey, turn off the lights. And just like that, Siri has turned off the lights in this room. Hey, Siri, turn on the lights. And just like that, Siri has turned on the lights in this room. I can take it a step further and say, hey Siri, turn off the office lights. And you hear that audio tone that confirms that it actually turned off the office lights. Because I'm not in the office room, I'm currently in the bedroom, so it played an audio tone to let me know that it actually turned off the lights and did that successfully. Hey Siri, turn the lights to blue. And just like that, Siri's turned the lights in this room blue. Hey, turn the lights to bright white. And just like that, the lights are back at bright white. So HomePod is super helpful. You can just walk in the room and give it any command, whether it's from personal reminders, messages, phone, or about the lights. You can just talk to it and it will do that command. The new second generation HomePod and the HomePod minis have temperature and humidity sensors. Hey, what's the temperature in the house?
It ranges from 64 degrees Fahrenheit to 72 degrees Fahrenheit.
And just like that, Siri has told me the temperature using the temperature sensors in the HomePods around the house. Siri's great to wake you up in the morning or to remind you of things with alarms. Hey Siri, set an alarm for 8:30.
Your alarm is set for 8:30 p.m.
And just like that, it'll remind me at 8:30, it'll ring, and I can then disable that alarm. Thanks for watching today's tips and tricks video on the HomePod, HomePod Mini, and HomePod second generation. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to comment below and consider giving us a super thanks. That will really help out the channel. You can also smash that like button and hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to know when we release our next video. We really appreciate you watching the AppFind channel. Can't wait to see you in the next one.